Steve and Jill here.
Hi.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about how to set offer prices in house mailers. This is one of my favorite topics of all the episodes that we can do because it's like cheating.
I got to ask you, how the heck are you going to cover this in a podcast? This is like pretty in-depth, detailed stuff. So I can't wait to see what you're going to share with us.
I make this part of this so easy, it's silly.
Oh.
I think it's easy. And we're getting huge positive responses about how easy it is.
Yes, we are.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the houseacademy.com online community. It's free.
John asks, what's the difference between DataTree and RealQuest? This is great. Will you first define?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Define the
There's
two companies.
Three major data sources for real estate investors like us, like for any real estate investor. And they all come from, the source of the information comes from the county assessors. There's 3,144 county assessors that keep data on properties so that they can properly send tax bills out. These three companies, DataTree, RealQuest, and Title Pro 24/7, all are data aggregators. What's different about them is that they all include assessor data, but some of them pull in data from other places, which makes it viable.
More valuable.
Makes it viable. In DataTree's case, to answer your question, in DataTree's case, they pull in a tremendous amount of financial information that's very current in the format that we need it to send out a mailer. So it's great for houses. For land, there's a larger spatial data set, which allows us to send offers to landowners because almost all landowners don't have any debt. There's not a financial component. And then Title Pro is built for title agents. So those data sets include a lot of title information to research properties. So when we send out land mailers, we use RealQuest. When we send out house mailers, we use DataTree. And when the stuff comes back,
we do our due diligence.
We do our due diligence with Title Pro 24/7. We're licensed providers for all three.
Right. I want to add in there when you mentioned the DataTree, which is First American Title's company, the financial component that he's talking about is all about mortgage lending, where they stand on it, who the lender is, how much they owe, how long they've had it.
Yeah.
That's the tweak and why we use DataTree for house offers and why it's special.
They're both very, we have a long history of success with all three, and now our members do.
Exactly.
Land Academy members, House Academy members are proving our theory correct. So,
That's what I love. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but this is one of the reasons that we're here, is that for someone starting out in the industry, God, we haven't said this in a while, but boy, I wish we had us. You know, when you're new into this industry, even if you know exactly what to do, it's like, gosh, I need to get my hands on this stuff. And some of the stuff, it's not readily available. You can't just go order it off the street. Some of these tools you cannot get. You have to be in the business, especially like the Black Knight financial services,
which is Title Pro.
That level, everybody can get Agent Pro 24/7. Everybody can use a little scaled down mini version of what they think your top choices should be. Everybody can get a hold of that. But to have access to the back end of everything that a title agent has, which we have and we share with our people, is huge. And that's one of the reasons I say, I wish we had me.
All three
had us.
All three of these companies have cute little applications for your iPhone, for you, RealQuest, that aren't, if you're sending out 10 offers a day, you might be able to get away with having some limited success. But the people that are in our groups have companies. They own their own investment companies. Yeah. For RealQuest, it's ListSource. I get this question all the time.
Exactly.
What's the difference between RealQuest and ListSource? Well, ListSource
is
the back end of ListSource. The back end of ListSource is RealQuest Pro. Mm-hmm. If you're a real investor, you want RealQuest Pro. If you want to horse around and see what happens, use ListSource. If you're, DataTree is as real as it gets. The back end of that is all of First American Title. So, and you can use that in many, many, many different ways. And Title Pro is actually for title agents. So I guess what I'm saying is we're not horsing around. This is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't remember ever getting this question before.
Yeah.
Today's topic, how to set offer prices in house mailers. This is why you're listening. So you got a big list of houses that you've gone through all the motions on. Let's say your list is 3,000 houses in a single zip code that you've chosen because the days on market are real low and a bunch of other stats passed all your tests. And you're sitting staring at 1,000 houses in your data set, in your DataTree data set. How do you price them? You know who owns them. You know that they don't have any liens. You know that they don't have any mortgages. You know all this other stuff that's very, very, well, it's imperative to getting the mailer yield that you want. You need to set a price that's going to, A, not turn off the seller because it's so low, but B, not be over the retail value of the house, because then what the heck is the use of that? You want to buy property undervalued, so it's enough to spark their interest and catch them in a life situation where they're like, you know, I know my house is worth 300 grand, but I'm happy to sell it to these guys for 250 because it's painless, convenience fee. So this is what we do. And this is to answer your question, Jill, how I can do this on the radio instead of doing it on the screen. We've all gone to Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, RealityTrack, all those sites to see the value of some piece of real estate, whether it's your own house, your grandma's house, or something. And it's always, they all have algorithms that are assigned to their houses. So if you go to Redfin and look up an address, it might say $236,000.14 or some number like that. Redfin, same thing. Realtor.com, RealityTrack, DataTree, they all have an algorithm that generates, in their opinion, what that house is worth today. Right. And it moves every day, all the time. What we do is we line them all up in all 3,000 lines. We put columns in for each one of those algorithms, and we input those. And then we divide by 6. So all this power from these algorithms is in your hands now for you to decide what these assets are what their value is, and how much money you want to make. So now we have a number from all 6 of these algorithms. We divide by that number, and we apply. We subtract $30,000, let's say, because that's the profit margin we want to make, or some number like that. And it varies very much in different markets. In Southern California here, the average house price is $800,000. We tend to make a little bit more than 30 grand. In an area like Phoenix, where the average price is $250,000 to $300,000, it tends to be a little bit less. In the center part of the country, I know people that regularly make $10,000 in, let's say, Kansas City on a deal very quickly. That is how you price mailers, house mailers.
Thank you. What? You did a great job explaining that. And then I was just thinking, this is nothing that you should be doing one by one, line by line yourself. This will take you a month, probably.
Yeah.
Or longer.
It's like doing your own offers.
If you have a day job. Could you imagine? So just to kind of give you a little insight as to how we do it and how we can help you do it, is that you can submit to us a data sheet to one of our companies of 3,000 of these and wait about 24, 48 hours.
Yeah. And
they'll send it back to you done. So just so you know, I know what you just explained. I love that you explained perfectly. Thank you very much. Exactly what goes into it. I'm sure that would be if I'm listening, I'd be like, oh, well, this is great, Steve, but how do I do it? You know?
Oh, that's great,
that's
Steve.
Great,
I don't have a month to do this.
Thanks a lot. You know, I guess I'll get my kids on that. No, don't do that. Don't get your kids. Okay, Joey, you're on this one. Amanda, you're over here. Could you imagine if someone's doing that? I have 6 kids. I have them all. That'd be like a sweatshop. Don't do that. But we can help you with that.
You're going to run out of patience fast.
Could you imagine?
Too. No. Plus, you don't know if it's right.
That's true. Exactly. And one of them, that's how you learn they're dyslexic, because they keep moving the numbers around. Just kidding. Both. That's what we do. We do a mass at a time. And, you know, that's why we're here. We're going to get you there. We're sharing with you all the little tidbits, all the little nuggets of what goes into this for you to decide if this is what you want to do. And if it is, we'll help you get to our level.
There's a lot of, and, you know, we have another land company, and there's a lot of art and feeling that goes into pricing land, but not with houses.
No.
It's a really like our version of the easy button. I love doing land mailers because I can tell you with a tremendous degree of accuracy how many things are going to get signed back and
Land or houses?
With houses.
Oh, with houses. You like doing houses for that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I love doing both, but house mailers, it's like, yep, this is what's going to happen.
Yep.
Hey, we know your time's valuable. Thanks for spending some of it with us today. Join us next time for the episode called How to Choose a Good House Zip Code to Send Mail.
And we answer your questions posted on our online community at houseacademy.com. It is free.
You are not alone in your real estate ambition. You know, this House Academy itself and the show is so new that I'm getting this core stuff out of the way.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
This is good.
Like, this is how you do it. Or how we do it.
I love it.
So I know it might not be like
exciting.
The most exciting type of episodes for you to do, but thanks for your patience.
You know what? If you're interested in this, it is exciting. Seriously. It is for me.
Good.
Wherever you're watching or wherever you are listening, I hope it's exciting. So please subscribe and rate us there.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.